Alright, what's going on, everybody? So I'm going to be watching and giving some constructive criticism on your guys' gameplay today. I'm not going to be roasting too hard. I actually want to, be helpful. So this guy looks like he's playing Icepo. We got my man Dan here in the clan, and he's going to be going first in this video. So he's facing easy win over you, and he's playing a Hog Cycle versus Icepo. So it is a tricky matchup to learn and master, but once you master it, okay, that's mistake number one. Okay, never mind, he's not playing Earthquake. I thought he was playing Firecracker, so, I mean, he can put the Tesla there if he's playing against Hog Xe, but, obviously, if he had Earthquake, the opponent, then that would be a bad placement. So they both go for the Rocket on tower. That's what I love to see to start off a game. I would say this is a decent matchup for Dan, but you have to play it perfectly, or you can kind of just start getting overwhelmed by all their swarm units. So, it's really hard to protect your Expo at the bridge in this matchup, if that makes sense. He kind of messed up a little bit on that Expo defense there. I don't think it should cost him. He does have to go for the log, unfortunately, to put him down a little bit of elixir. But I didn't expect the opponent to have a Tesla either, so probably Dan wasn't expecting that as well. But next time he should be able to protect his Expo a little bit better, assuming they are in the same situation. So let's see how Dan wants to play this. What I like to do in this matchup, if I am playing Icepo, is basically just try and slowly build elixir advantages. Like every single time they're going to overprotect. Oh, that is not the move. I promise you that is not the move, Dan. Hopefully opponent does not rocket the tower. Okay, he doesn't know. He's fine. That was a very aggressive rocket. I guess maybe he wants to switch lanes. I'm not sure his thought process right there, but I've got faith in my man right here. He's been watching the videos, I'm sure, for a decent bit of time, so he knows what he's doing, right? He's going to go for the Tesla a little bit low right there. Should have put it one more tile higher, but he does get the nice kite or the pushover with the skeletons. Nice play right there. Opponent could probably honestly rocket that Ice Whiz and get away with it. Let's see if he ends up doing it. He is not going to do it. He's just going to cycle Evo Knight. So we've got a very patient game right here from both of these players. He should Tesla high snipe that Executioner as soon as he can. Perfect. We love to see that. Nice. This is a very good situation. Good log by the opponent, though. Kind of cleared out the map. Wow, that Xe stayed alive, too. Very unfortunate there. He's going to go for a second Knight at the bridge. We need an Evo Knight from Dan here if we have any chance. Oh, no, Dan. Holy crap, that Xe is so close to the tower. Wow, man, that is actually like a millimeter away from hitting the tower. But Dan is going to escape with no damage there. He goes for the Expo, gets a little bit of chip. Okay, opponent hits the rocket, but something was weird right there. Expo gets like 300 damage. We'll take that for sure. You can't leak elixir. That Ice Wiz should be in the back every single time, not really in the middle of the map. I don't know why he put it there, because obviously he just used his rocket, so he could put like something in the back, and he's not going to be able to get any rocket value off of that. So he could rocket NATO. This Xe would be very aggressive, but, I wouldn't mind seeing it, especially since he's up 5 elixir. He's going to go for it. No, he's not. He's just going to rocket the Xe straight up. He also somehow clips the Knight in there, so, I mean, we'll take it. He's going to need to NATO that Hog. Okay, he gets the NATO off. He's making me scared, but, like, he's surviving, so I can't say anything right now. Playing pretty well. He's only down a few elixir as well. These Xes in the middle of the map are going to start building up now that we're in triple, and this could be a bit of a hard situation to defend here. Tesla makes things a little bit more interesting. Usually this deck has goblins for the quicker cycle, so I think it maybe gives the advantage to Dan a little bit more here. He needs to NATO that Hog a little bit late on that NATO. Can't be taking shots like that, especially not this late in the game. He is going to go for the offensive bow. Okay, opponent just goes for the Xe. This is what the opponent should be doing the entire time. It's just going Knight Xe. It's very hard to defend it correctly, especially because they can just NATO everything into your Expo. He's kind of overcommitting here on that defense of the Expo. Probably should have just let that one ride. And okay, opponent's going to start stacking the bridge. This is really bad for Dan here. Oh boy, he's got the Evo Knight as well. We're going to need a miracle of a defense if we want to see this game still have a chance. So he's going to go Knight up high. He's going to NATO that all together. Oh no, Dan. No. Oh, this is terrible. I feel so bad. The Xe is absolutely ruining his dreams right now. Bad Tesla placement as well. Nah, he had it. He was doing pretty well. But I think he just kind of got overwhelmed at the bridge there, spent a little bit too much elixir defending that one Expo, and then eventually it did catch up to him, but, at least he gave it his best shot. And I don't know, it's a tricky matchup to learn this one, especially because it's really hard to get your expos on tower at the right moments. But, you know, got to give him an A for effort. And especially he gets a little extra bonus points from me just because he's playing Icepo. So obviously I'm a little bit biased, but like I get to be biased, right? So good try, Dan. All right, we got SHYM. Not sure how to pronounce that, so I'm not even going to try. But he's playing, looks like 3.0 Expo against Logbait. Okay, this is a matchup that could go either way. I think it's actually 3.0's matchup. He's going to go ahead and log that barrel. Okay, looking good so far. As long as he doesn't get outcycled, which I think Logbait deck is 3.3 elixir, if I'm not wrong. Oh, no. He could. Yes, he predicted the princess. That is what we love to see from my man right here. Okay, he's going to overcommit. He should expo other lane immediately, or expo left lane even. It doesn't matter. No, that could have been game right there. He should still expo on 0. I hope he does. We'll see if he realizes he does. This guy's the GOAT. I can already tell. He is going to go for the bow. The opponent has the knight, but all he's really got right now is like a goblin gang, I think. So as long as he protects this expo, there's no way he's going to rocket this, right? No, he's going to go gang. Can he log here? I think he should offensive log. No, he's a little bit late on that knight as well. He goes for a 0 elixir Tesla. Wow. Very aggressive plays from the opponent. Expo should get a little bit of... Oh my gosh, he's up 6. I wish I was in a call with him right now because I'd be like, dude, cycle to your Expo as quick as you possibly can. You need to go in immediately. But he doesn't seem to realize that at the moment. I think he's just probably going to reset now. After being up 5 elixir, he goes for the Tesla at the bridge. Kind of an interesting play. Usually I don't do that quite as much with 3.0 as I do with Icepo, but it can work just fine. Basically, it's just preventing that guy from going princess. Even though he was up 5 elixir, I probably wouldn't have done it in that situation. Good log to clean up that barrel. He's going to go for the Tesla snipe. No, he's going to rocket it. Okay. So we're up 5 elixir again here. Looking good to start off this game. I want him to cycle more offensive bows, though. He needs to start going crazy, going for the out cycles on the rockets and just protecting it with his life savings at the bridge. He's going to go for the... That's an easy fireball, right? You got to fireball that princess every single time. That's a lot of value. Yeah, fireball that. Perfect. Gets the tower damage. And now that the opponent just rocketed, he's going to be up a couple elixir as well there. So opponent goes for the gang. Skellies are misplaced. Unfortunately, he does have to go archers, which is fine because he can cycle right back into another expo, right? Into another expo. There it is. He's playing good. He's playing really good so far. Fireball that as well. Princess is just a free fireball every single time. He knows that. He recognizes that. He's going to go Tesla this time, like the opponent, because he did fireball that princess. But that's completely fine as long as he doesn't get caught sleeping with the princess at the bridge here. Then he should be in a good situation. So he's going to go knight just to predict it. I like it, even though it's not... Even though he didn't predict it, it's nice to just have that on the map. And he recognizes what the opponent is trying to do. Okay. Interesting fireball right there. I probably wouldn't have done that one, I'll be honest. But, you know, it's okay. It could work out here. So he's going to go for the knight. Barrel is on tower again here. And then, let's see. Opponent's going to go princess at the bridge. Tesla just to snipe that. Okay, not bad. You can't take many princess shots. Hopefully that's the only time that he allows that to happen, especially when you're playing 3.0. You can't really afford that extra fireball on your tower. I like that fireball from him, being aggressive with the spell cycle early on here. If he can get the opponent to waste a rocket on tower, that could be his chance to break through. He needs to honestly just cycle to another fireball and fireball that princess, but I don't think he's going to have enough time or like a quick enough cycle to do so. He is going to do it. Wow. Oh, he missed the princess. Okay, that's awkward, but, you know, it's fine. Like, it's not the end of the world. He's kind of panicking here. He needs to just chill out and focus on these defenses. Doing a good job. Opponent just keeps playing that princess in fireball range. I don't know what's wrong with him, but... Oh, boy. Okay, we need some defense over here on the left, please. Oh, my lord. He's kind of scaring me with these placements. I'm not going to lie, but he is going to defend this. The knight on the right side is going to come in clutch, tanking for that princess on the left right there, and then Tesla at the bridge to snipe. Now he's going to start going for the rocket cycle. Perfect timing for him to start being really aggressive with his expos. I just noticed that neither of these people have evil knight. Like, that's kind of wild. He's going to go for a good fireball there. I like that. He needs to be super aggressive at the river. I would honestly just log this gang as well if I was him. Yep, he's going to do it. Don't let that princess connect. Okay, smart. 20 seconds left. He can go for 2 fireballs and he should be fine because there's no way the opponent gets back to 2 rockets in just 16 seconds, right? I think. Am I wrong? I hope not, because that would be very awkward. No, there's no way. 8 seconds left. He still has to cycle like 3 more cards. As long as this barrel doesn't connect. He missed a log, kind of, but he's going to win the game. Really, really clean gameplay from my man, SHYM. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but very, very good play there, and that's a solid win against Logbait for him. Last but not least, up to the chopping block here. We've got my man Pateau. We're currently 1-1, so we need a win to finish off this video. And I'm not sure what deck he's playing. Actually, looks like Goblins, so maybe a Cycle deck. Opponent's got the Evo Knight. No surprise, we've just seen freaking Evo Knight only in this video. Just like every single deck in this game at this point. Executioner, so it could be Hog Exy again, or maybe like Graveyard. There's a lot of Graveyard Executioner going around at the moment. Not really too sure why. And this guy's pretty high up. He's been my friend for a while, so I know him more than most people. Hunter is going to take out that that Executioner, which is very clutch. He is going to go offensive RG here. Pretty aggressive start to the video. Really bad Phoenix by the opponent, in my opinion. Also, that E-Spirit should get a ton of value here. RG is taking all those shots on the tower, and then Hunter is gonna not take out that Phoenix Egg, unfortunately, but it doesn't really change too much. He's up 3 elixir here as well, so he just goes for the Skelly Drags early. Not bad. He's gonna force out probably another Executioner, or at least a Knight from the opponent. Probably gonna go Knight, right? No, he's gonna go Exy, which is very aggressive in my opinion, because that's kind of his best defensive card against the RG and all the support units behind it. But maybe he's gonna be able to punish in this situation. We'll see if he goes for the Evo RG at the bridge or not. Looks like he probably, you know, he might do it. I'm not sure. He is gonna do it. I had a feeling, but I didn't want to put you know, stereotype him as a really aggressive RG player too early. So he goes for the E-Spirit as well. That's actually going to get him an extra shot on tower. Really big play right there. He's up 6 elixir as well, but he does have the Evo Knight to deal with. I think he has Barbarial back in rotation, if I'm not wrong. He's got to do something. Goblins will do the trick here. Really, really good cycle. This deck is actually a pretty tough matchup for RG, I believe. But now that he's got this big lead in single elixir, he's going to have a much better chance of winning this. That Exy just gets so much value. It's not even funny how much value that just got right there. And just think about when he starts building up these big RG pushes. He's doing the right thing actually right here. You're probably thinking like, why on earth did he just RG the back on the other lane? That makes no sense when he has all this damage on the right lane. But in this matchup, you can't really play just specifically one lane against Graveyard, or they will just continuously poison Graveyard chip you just over and over and over, and that's going to give the opponent a decent chance to come back. So I like what he's doing, just putting a little bit of split lane pressure, not overcommitting too much where he leaves himself open for the defense, an easy Graveyard from the opponent, but just enough to where he can still defend and still put on a little bit of pressure on both sides. So he is going to go for the Evo RG in the right lane now. Obviously, opponent's going to go Tombstone, right? No, okay. Opponent is asleep, apparently. He is going to NATO back, so I think RG gets one more shot from this, if I'm not wrong. Oh yeah, broken card right there, fellas. He's going to go Hunter, and just absolutely nothing the opponent can do right here so far. I think he's played, what, 4 RGs, and the opponent hasn't even dropped a single Graveyard, so definitely controlling the momentum of the game right here. A little bit aggressive on that RG, though. Not sure about this one. This actually could come back to bite him just because the opponent's got such an elixir advantage on the map already with this Evo Knight as well. He's definitely in the Graveyard here. Okay, did just use Barbarial as well, which is kind of a problem. E-Spirit is not going to clutch up either. Okay, we need to get back to something to defend these skeletons. Fisherman is going to do enough, and then a second Barbarial comes out to barely push that or pull that Executioner the other direction. So he's still kicking it and really aggressive with these RGs. I think he needs to calm down and just focus on defending at the moment, because triple elixir is about to be a nightmare if he does not do that. So opponent has to force, he at least forces out the NATO from the opponent, which is really good. Not enough elixir for a Graveyard right away, so he can just kind of set up for defense. Opponent just takes the poison on tower. That's completely fine. He can reset now. That's a risky Fisherman, but he doesn't have NATO and cycle, and he knows that. So he's going to continue being aggressive with these RGs at the bridge. I think he's being too aggressive, but at the same time, it's working out. So, I mean, why stop, I guess? What's that old saying? It's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I think is the saying. How is the RG getting a shot every time, by the way? This card is absolutely busted. The opponent doesn't have enough DPS. That should be a fireball, right? Okay, yep, there's the fireball. I like that play from him. Skelly Drags are going to take out the rest of that, and that should be a good game. RG's coming in at 25 seconds left. Absolutely no way he can defend this Evo RG, right? Especially with the fireball on the XC. That's going to get a shot, and beautiful gameplay. That's going to wrap up the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.